Hello again, fellow One Piece fans. I am Vipov. Welcome back to Punk Theories. If you haven't seen our first video, The Forgotten Origin, Moon, Lunarians, and the Birth of Enslavement, I highly recommend watching that first to understand the context. Today, we explore the second betrayal, not by conquerors from the moon, but by someone who once fought beside Joyboy, someone who became the devil itself.
So, let's begin.
When the Moon civilization collapsed during the First Great War, the surviving Lunarians lost their celestial homeland forever. Their cities crumbled, their technology was seized. Their greatest invention, the Mother Flame, was no longer in safe hands. Earth had won. Or so they thought. The Mother Flame, the source of miracles and terror, was fractured. Its raw energy had already given birth to two beings, Joyboy, through the Hito Hito no Mi model Nika, the embodiment of freedom; Imu, a parasitic being born of corrupted dreams and despair, who posed as a benevolent ally. But Imu had no desire for peace. It desired permanence. After the war, Imu vanished into obscurity and waited. But Imu knew the truth, or rather the truth it wanted the kings to believe.
In his words,
"Freedom without control is just chaos."
It whispered promises into the ears of the Earth's rulers, especially the 20 most powerful kings. Imu offered them forbidden knowledge, eternal control, and immortality. A chance to never fall like the Lunarians did. And they listened. They signed a secret pact, hidden from history. These 20 kings formed a new order, the world government, and in return gave Imu something more terrifying than war. Access. Access to the knowledge of the moon, to fragments of the Mother Flame, and worst of all, the human soul. Thus, devil fruits were born. The humans now in power were still hungry for more. They wanted control, not just over land, but over the races they had once been enslaved with. Imu made them an offer, and the age of devil fruits began. These were not just magical fruits, they were soul contracts. To gain supernatural powers, a person had to unknowingly sacrifice a fragment of their soul to the devil. The more people ate devil fruits, the more souls Imu collected, and the more immortal he became. Each fruit held a trace of the soul that was used to create it. When a user died, that soul returned bound again to a new fruit. Each fruit had its own will, shaped by the soul it first absorbed. But they came with a curse. The inability to swim, the rejection of the sea, the mother of all life. Using Pyroloin, a rare element left behind by the moon's descent, found near sky islands and volcanic zones, Imu stabilized these soul-bound powers into physical form.
so what is Pyroloin's property? It creates floating islands. But in seawater, it increases density unnaturally, pulling things down faster than they should sink. That's why devil fruit users drown. It's not the sea rejecting them, it's Pyroloin, a curse crafted deliberately. Imu had rigged the battlefield from the start. In a world of endless ocean, those with power were now forever vulnerable to the one thing they couldn't dominate: the sea. Joyboy saw it coming. A world of false gods where devil fruits turned people into monsters, soldiers, and slaves to desire.
Joyboy, once a Lunarian rebel turned savior, rallied the world for peace, but Imu had already corrupted the alliance from within. Some were seduced by devil fruits, others feared Joyboy would seize power again. One by one, nations turned on him. Joyboy didn't understand trickery or politics. He believed in action, not deception. At first, he was confused, but soon he began spreading the fire of rebellion again, reigniting hope. Even if he didn't understand every move behind the scenes, he knew the world needed to fight back. Then came the final blow. Zunesha, Joyboy's oldest ally, was deceived. Imu manipulated Zunesha, the ancient guardian who had seen the moon fall, oceans rise, and balance crumble. When war approached, Joyboy turned to Pluton, But Zunesha refused. It believed using Pluton would only sink the world further. It wanted peace, not annihilation. And without Zunesha, Pluton, the ship of destruction, could not be activated. And so, the Second Great War began. The Lunarians, weakened and exiled, were hunted. Their last weapon, Uranus, was stolen by humans under Emu's control. With Pluton denied, and Uranus already captured, defeat was inevitable. Joyboy fell. His remaining allies, the giants, the Fishmen, the Sky people, knew they'd be next. They isolated themselves from the world. Elbaf cut off all contact, hiding their strength. Fishmen Islands sank deeper into the ocean, waiting for the promised return. Sky Islands drifted far and high, out of reach, but this wasn't surrender. It was preparation for the return of Joyboy. He left behind the poneglyphs, hoping someone would carry on his will. The 20 kings erased history. They buried the moon, twisted Joyboy into a myth, and turned devil fruits into tools of control. Coming up in Episode 3, the truth behind the will of D, the true intentions of Emu, why there are no new devil fruits, and the prophecy of the final dawn and the Third War. If you're enjoying this journey, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We've only just begun uncovering the greatest secret in One Piece.